everyone, it's Caitlin again. Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 items, the top 10 items I recommend for your baby from 0 to 3 months. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. This is a new thing I'm doing. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom now. I don't have much to do besides clean and care for my baby, and obviously with COVID going around and stuff, my husband in the military, we're pretty much on lockdown. So this is my way of creating a hobby for myself from home. And yeah, so please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Thanks. Okay, now we are going to go over the top 10 items. My first recommendation, is going to be a mobile. My daughter loved her mobile that my mom got her. We got it from Amazon. This was worth the money. Now, it's not gonna be the prettiest thing if you're all about the aesthetic of your room, okay? It's not gonna be, but then again, when it comes to certain items, especially when it comes to the Baby's Interactive, I don't think it's about how it looks. I think it's all about how your baby interacts with it. You know, you want it to be a learning experience, you want it to be colorful, you want it to be fun, and this is exactly what this mobile was for her. You know, I am very, very much about aesthetics. I love things to look beautiful and put together in her, and I'll do a kind of a nursery tour in the future, but I'm very picky about how our house looks and how our room looks. So yeah, that is definitely my first recommendation. 2. A boppy or a pillow. So a boppy itself is not like a have to have. I used it a lot in the beginning and I stopped using it, and I probably would have used it more, but I was in a bedroom a lot for the first 6 months. I stayed with my parents, so I was either in my room or out interacting with them. So with that being said, I used a pillow a lot, or if I was on the couch and pillow breastfeeding or feeding her, anything like that, like a pillow works just fine. So it's not something, this is not an item you have to buy, but I definitely recommend having lots of comfy pillows around your house that you can make work, especially if you're breastfeeding. Number 3, Wi-Fi camera. We use a safety first camera. It was on my registry and my aunt bought it for us, and we absolutely love it. My husband was able to look at it from his deployment. So, I mean, he was literally across the world, and he was able to check on our daughter if he wanted to. Like, it was really cool. He could even kind of talk to her through it. Now, I have heard there being problems with like predators hacking into the system. I haven't personally had that issue. I don't think it's very common. One issue we have had recently is we're having a little issue with our audio unit. So I am currently talking to Safety First about it, and they are actively trying to help me with my troubleshooting or problem I'm having. So I definitely recommend it. It is a pricey ordeal. It's not cheap. So I definitely recommend it to be one of those items that you kind of save up money for and put on your registry and just use your coupon on it when the time comes. Definitely worth it though. I love it. I can check on her from my phone. We went on a date a couple weeks ago, and I was able to check and see how she was doing when she was asleep. So yeah, I love it. Definitely recommend it. Wi-Fi camera for them. Number 4, a vibrating chair thingy. So pretty much I call the baby like bouncer seats, I guess. But it like has like a little vibration to it, and my daughter loved it. She was a baby that had to be bounced a lot, and she still is a bouncy baby. Like, she loves to be in her jumper. I got like a little hair. It's just sticking out right there. We're just going kind of there. She loves to bounce. She loves to go up and down. My mom and I literally used to have to do squats with her when she was 4 weeks old. She would not like go to, once that 3-week mark hit, it's like the colic baby came out, and it was a really rough 2 months after that. With my husband being deployed, me moving back up to Iowa to stay with my parents, which thank God helped so much, and just being exhausted all the time. The colic is not fun. So my hearts go out to any mama who's dealing with that for sure right now. Anyways, this was one of those items that could help a little bit. Like, it wasn't for the long term, but man, it could give me 20 minutes a piece sometimes help me put her to sleep, especially when she was tired. She had the hardest time falling asleep all the time. My mom and I would be doing squats to try to get her to sleep because she loved up and down motion. I'm glad that stage of her little life is over, and we are at a much more fun, even with her teething right now. I'd take her teething over that anytime. I can't tell you the exact brand or how much it costs, but it wasn't, I don't imagine it being super pricey. It looks like on here, they're around like the $30 range. So definitely a recommendation there. Next is get the right bottles for your baby. So I first started with Dr. Brown bottles with Clara for her when she was first born. With her colic stage though, I realized like things weren't going right. So eventually we ended up with the Event brand, and that's what we still use to this day. When she went through her colicky stage, it was really rough. I kind of realized Dr. Brown just wasn't the right brand for her in the end. I needed something I could just kind of slow the flow down, I think a little bit even more. But I still kept the bottles for a future baby, you know. I still have her Event bottles that we use daily. Obviously change the nipples out like you're supposed to. But yeah, buy a couple different versions. You get a lot of free ones when you sign up for baby stuff. So definitely keep those around and test them out on your child to make sure you find the one that is most suitable for their needs. So when they stop spitting up as often, that's probably the brand you want to go with. My next thing is, obviously for you breastfeeding mamas, a breast pump. Check and see if your insurance will cover it. I know for the military, your insurance, TRICARE will cover your first, I think actually each breast pump with each child. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously I plan on using the same one for my next child. I have the Spectra portable one, and it worked great. I loved it. I know I've had friends have issues with some of the parts not working with it. I personally did not, but I also did not use it nearly as much as I know some of my friends did. So keep that in mind. It is a pricey investment. If you can't get a hand pump, I know I was so engorged that I kept a hand pump with me, and it was just easy. If I was out and about, not to have to bring my entire portable pump, I could just release, try to breastfeed her when I could, and then yeah. So definitely spend that money on that breast pump, save for it. Expect it to be an expensive purchase if your insurance can't cover it. Number 7, the electric swinging chair. So this might go, you might be able to find something that's kind of along with the Bonzo range and the swinging range. She did not what was it? There was this, we had a swing back in Iowa that my cousin gave us to use, and she did not like it. Clara hated that thing. She did not, but the one that I had here down at the house, she absolutely loved. So what we learned is the other ones kind of scooped her up more and went side to side, versus the one we have at our house is definitely she can see more, and I can go forward with it, and that's what she likes to do a lot, which is kind of, I think, goes along with that bouncy motion. So that was something I could get her. Sometimes I could get her to take a quick nap. Obviously I was watching her the entire time, but if I needed a break when I came down here, it was a nice way to go. This is obviously the 0 to 3 month range, so this was the first 3 weeks of her life. She was able to really utilize that a lot. It was helpful for me and Garrett, who just might have needed a break for a couple minutes. Put her in there, and she'd fall asleep. She'd be happy. We'd transfer her over to her crib, no issue whatsoever. We loved it. I will have all of these links below, so that way you guys can check them out, see if it's something you want to get. I am trying to figure out the Amazon affiliate thing, so that way I can get a little commission from recommending it to you, but it's not a big deal if you don't use it. I'm just kind of seeing, I'm a stay-at-home mom. If I can make a couple bucks, why not? So it'd be nice to have a little, can contribute to everything right now. The next is going to be the Hatch noise machine, or a noise machine in general. I personally loved our Hatch noise machine. You know, I honestly, when I had a friend tell me they wish they got one for their room after I stopped sleeping in the same room with Clara, I started thinking like, yeah, it'd be nice to have that noise machine again, because I slept so fantastic with it. Like, I cannot complain. It was beautiful. It was perfect. She sleeps with it on every night during all her naps. I just normally put the white noise on, but you can do lullabies. You have all sorts of nature noises. All of them, and you can change how loud it goes, how quiet it goes. You can change if you want the light on with it or not. I stopped doing the light on a couple months ago with it, so that way she can just sleep through the night. I don't want the light to kind of help keep her up. But yeah, I used to use it as a nightlight as well at first for the first 0 to 3 months. But yeah, we've used it ever since she was born. She loved it. It's been a great purchase. It's worth the money for sure on that one as well. Number 9 is going to be a baby bath. Find something that's suitable for your child's size for sure. You know, we kind of struggled a little bit trying to figure out. I ended up using my cousin's that she gave us. It worked perfectly when I was in Iowa. Down here, we kind of had like a summer infant. We started out with her obviously being in the sink and just kind of wipe her down a little bit. We didn't give her a whole lot of baths at first, obviously, trying to get her, and she had very like scaly skin. So we were just trying to do what was best for her at that point. But definitely when I got to Iowa, she was around the 3 weeks range, and she was starting to get baths more often, especially with her puking or spitting up all the time. We were doing a lot of washing. And then last but not least, on number 10 is gonna be a play gym. Once Claire hit around that 3-month mark, she was able to really like start interacting with the world around her. She was definitely loved this play gym that we got off of Amazon for her. Her grandma, or I guess it'd be her great grandma, Garrett's grandma, got it for her for Christmas, and she loves it. She would play under that thing forever, and we used it for several months. Now she's at the point at 8 months, she's outgrown it, she's too big, but she is definitely a fan. The play gym was definitely a win for us as well. So in all, the top 10 things I recommend is 1, the mobile, a pillow/boppy, a Wi-Fi camera, a vibrating chair, the right baby bottles, we got the breast pump, we got the electric swinging chair. Sorry, I gotta look at my thing over here because I can't remember all this to save my life. The hatch or the noise machine, baby bath, and then the play gym. So all 10. I will put links down below in the description onto these items or something I found similar to it. But yeah, I definitely recommend these from your 0 to 3 month child. If you have any questions, please comment below. And if you did like this video and want to see future ones, please like and subscribe. Awesome. You guys have a beautiful day. Stay safe right now and live your life. Have fun.